So it has been a strange year, and I decided to take a look back on the year, do some reflection, and really think about the work that I've created, where the world was at, where the world's going. And while I was going through and reflecting, I thought I'll make some videos so that, in 1 to 2 years' time, when I look back and reflect again, I kind of have a visual and audio imprint of where I was at. And in doing these reflections, I was looking back at, one thing that I shot about a year ago this time. It was in May 2020. And it was right after everything had shut down. I live in Los Angeles, and we had bioluminescence in the ocean right off the coast of Los Angeles. And I remember being kind of nervous to go and photograph it because I had been in my house. Everybody was staying in their house. This was at a time when people literally were not leaving. And it was also at night, and so I thought, I'm going to go to the ocean. I'm going to be completely by myself in the middle of the ocean, or not in the middle of the ocean, but at the beach, in the middle of the beach at night by myself. I really wanted to see it. I had never seen it in person before, and so I grabbed my camera, I grabbed my tripod, drove out to the ocean, and when I got there, I was surprised to see that the whole coastline was lined with people. Probably in the 1 mile stretch that I was in, there was maybe 50 people. And every time one of the waves, well, not every time it would come and it would have the bioluminescence, but maybe like 1 in every 3 waves, when it would crash, you would get this electric blue streak through the water and everybody would cheer. And it was exciting. It was like, of all of the kind of scary things that were going on, that was really uplifting. And I remember while I was out there feeling like, wow, this is all such a visual representation of where the world is at right now. It's like, it's dark, it's at night, the world was feeling kind of dark. You had these electric waves going through the ocean every time things crashed, which kind of felt like how the world was occurring at that time. Like, we would get these sudden crashes that felt very electric. And I looked up what bioluminescence is. And apparently it's a photochemical that is often produced by algae that's called luciferian. So also kind of devilish, which is how the world was kind of feeling. But even more than that, everything I was photographing up to that point, I would photograph with strobes handheld for the most part, or I would photograph with daylight. And so this was really the first time that I was photographing at night and really doing this series in a way that was representative of the world around me. I was slowing down, putting the camera on a tripod, kind of like the world was slowing down. Prior to everything slowing down, people were always racing around in their cars and rushing to get to work and flying in airplanes. And so this slower pace of photography felt like the slower pace that we were all finding ourselves in. And I also did a longer shutter. I did a higher ISO, so things felt grittier and grainier. The images are a little blurry because the world was feeling a little blurry. It really felt every day like we just don't know how things are going to look tomorrow or next week or next year. And I think we were all kind of feeling that way. And, I really wanted the images to represent how I was feeling at the time. And I think they do. I think when I look back on them, I think it's exactly how I was feeling. I was feeling like the world was dark. I was feeling like there were these electric pulses that were kind of coming through the media. I felt like there was not much clarity as to what was coming next, and it all just felt really gritty. Just really like the texture of the world just felt gritty. You know, it didn't feel smooth. It didn't feel sharp. And it's nice. It's nice that I was cognizant at the time of shooting those images to reflect that, because when I look back on it, I can see like, yeah, that's where I was at in that state of mind at that time. And you know, now things are kind of people are starting to move a little faster again. People are starting to get out of their homes again. And when I'm reflecting back on this series and I'm remembering how we all felt and where the world was a year ago, there's part of me it's a little sad that everything's getting back to normal, because I'm an introvert, so I really liked the slower pace. I liked the permission to stay inside and to slow down. And so it's interesting, right? It's, you know, of course, it's good for everything to get back to normal, but there's also a sadness to it. Again, kind of like the series, it's beautiful, but there's a element of sadness in it. Yeah, so hopefully when you look at the series, you can kind of see that, yeah, this is a series that's reflecting the time, and maybe not. Maybe you see something else when you look at it, and that's what photography is for, right? It's for the photographer to share with the world the way they see it, and it's for the viewer to view the image and have their own experience. So I hope you enjoyed the series, and be doing a lot more of these.